Yes. Hello everyone. Good morning. Welcome to Testbook Super Coaching Regulatory Bodies channel. So we are back with another English session for your upcoming RBI Grade B exams and other regulatory bodies exams as well, including SEBI and NABARD. Today we are going to continue our discussion on the English section of your Phase 1 exam. And in this series, we have been solving some very interesting English questions which are asked in your Phase 1 exams. Okay, so let's begin the session. Good morning to all of you, those who have joined. I would like all of you to comment your attendance in the comment section. And if you have not subscribed to our channel, a humble request to subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon as well, so that you will get notified every time we come live. All right, now the first question of today's exercise is actually the homework question that I gave you in the last lecture. In the previous lecture, we solved some very interesting questions, and I gave you guys some homework questions, and I asked you guys to do it and answer your whatever answers you get in the comment section of the video. But unfortunately, none of you uh, commented what the answers were. So we are going to solve these homework questions first, and then we will go to some new questions. All right. So this was the first question. What do you think is the right answer here? Artificial intelligence can be used to automate and the enforcement process dash the rules. So for anyone is a common word here. See, in all the options we are saying for anyone. So the problem is not in for anyone. The problem is in these words. Preparing the rules, breaching the rules, inundating the rules, improving the rules. Now, if we look at the word enforcement process, generally we use the word enforcement process with people who are breaking the law, and for that we have to use artificial intelligence. So we can go with breaching the rules, right? Breach of rules or breach of law means breaking the law or breaking the rules. And that is why option number 2 becomes the right answer, because inundating means overflow. Inundating means overflowing. नदी जब हद से ज्यादा फ्लो होना शुरू हो जाती है उसको हम कहते हैं इनंडेशन. रूल्स को इंप्रूव अगर करना है तो फिर एनफोर्समेंट प्रोसेस क्यों होगी, है ना? इट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस. एंड रूल्स को प्रिपेयर करने वाले भी नहीं, रूल्स को इंप्रूव करने वाले भी नहीं. ठीक है, चलिए अगला सवाल देखते हैं. दिस इज द सेकंड क्वेश्चन व्हिच आई हैड गिवन एज होमवर्क. सो व्हाट डू यू थिंक इज द राइट आंसर हियर? New technology can enable surveillance dash scale using everything from CCTV to our mobile phone data. New technology can make sure that surveillance is done, and this is enabled at an unprecedented scale बोल सकते हैं, because unprecedented means न भूतो न भविष्यति, something which is happening for the first time. है ना, जिंदगी में पहली बार ऐसे हो रहा है, ऐसे पहले कभी देखने नहीं मिला है. तो इतने बड़े स्केल पर पहली बार देखने को चीजें देखने को मिल रही है ना. कैन एनेबल सर्वेलेंस at an unprecedented scale using everything from CCTV to our mobile phone data. So the right answer is option number 3. Okay, it is not at a slow scale, it is not at a predictable scale, and indelible means something that cannot be removed. अ मार्क और दाग, या कोई ऐसा दाग या धब्बा बोल सकते हैं जो निकाला नहीं जा सकता, हटाया नहीं जा सकता. अ स्टेन which cannot be removed or which cannot be washed off, है ना, उसको हम कहते हैं indelible mark. So the third answer should be your correct answer. All of you, those who have given option number 3 as the answer, they are correct. Next question on your screens. Some countries dash their citizens to monitor if quarantine laws are being followed, or even welding some residents in their homes to stop the spread of the virus. Some countries are annoying their citizens. No, they are not annoying their citizens. They are not analyzing the citizens. They are basically spying on them. नजर रखे हुए हैं कि कौन क्वारंटीन हुआ है, कौन क्वारंटीन लॉस को तोड़ रहा है ना, सो दैट वायरस के स्प्रेड को रोका जा सके. ऐसे बहुत सारे देशों में देखने को मिला. गवर्नमेंट वेर एक्टिंग लाइक यू नो स्पाई एजेंट्स, एंड हु इज डूइंग गुड थिंग, हु इज नॉट ब्रेकिंग द लॉ एंड हु इज ब्रेकिंग द लॉ. इसके ऊपर बहुत सारी चर्चाएं चल रही थी. सो द राइट आंसर इज ऑप्शन नंबर 4. यस, वेरी गुड. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Our willingness dash leaves us vulnerable to the insidious threats of creeping authoritarianism. Authoritarianism means totalitarianism, और एक प्रकार से डिक्टेटरशिप बोल सकते हैं. Ultimate power in one person's hand. And this authoritarianism is creeping. Creeping means increasing steadily, increasing slowly. Okay. And this is an insidious threat. Insidious threat means a threat which is there lurking around. Lurking around. And this leaves us vulnerable. We are in this danger of this very insidious threat of creeping authoritarianism, right? So our willingness to dash sacrifice, our willingness to accept sacrifice, किसी भी प्रकार के sacrifice को हम accept करते हैं, है ना. Basically we accept anything very easily, and that is why it leaves us vulnerable to this insidious and dangerous threat of creeping authoritarianism and lurking totalitarianism, right? So those were the uh, 4 fill in the blank questions which I gave you as homework in the last lecture. And हाँ, भोलापन, सही कहा, absolutely Sheetal. Now this is the parajumble, which was also a part of our homework question that I gave you in the last lecture. So I would request all of you to uh, try this again and give it a try. बताइए क्या होगा sequence. What do you think will be the correct sequence? You have 2 minutes. who are joining right now, I would request all of you to solve this parajumble. What do you think will be the correct sequence here? Yes, what could be the first sentence? शुरुआत कहाँ से होगी? Any ideas, any clues? Okay, Sheetal has given the entire sequence here. Okay, let's see if she's right. A is the starting point, which is definitely correct because we are talking about banking, and the definition of banking is written here in A. Banking is defined comprehensively in Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949. So banking का definition comprehensively दिया है, detailed definition दिया है. कहाँ पर? Indian Banking Regulation Act 1949 में. So this is the starting point, which is definitely true. But the second point, second sentence is not D, Sheetal. Second sentence क्या होगा? Second sentence will be E. It is explained as a common utility that accepts or lends or invests or deposits money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise. This is also a continuation of the definition of banking. It is explained. What is this it used for? The definition of this concept banking. Banking is explained as, banking is further explained as a common utility, which is a common utility that does all these things: accepts, lends, invests, or deposits money from the public, repayable on demand or otherwise. Right? So A and E का पेयर बन जाता है. A के बाद सीधा E में चले जाएंगे. And then we are also going to now again C जो है इसमें दिखा है, from this definition we can say that bank has two main features. But if you see, the definition is still not over. This money can be withdrawn by check, because we are saying na, repayable by demand or otherwise. The money can be withdrawn. The money can be withdrawn by check, draft, and other, and order or otherwise. So basically, we are talking about the functions of the bank which are there according to the definition of the bank or banking. And then this entire thing, AEB, this three sentences together, they become a trio of sorts. And then we can write C. This definition, we can say that bank has two main features. And what are the two main features? They are that it accepts deposits of money which are withdrawn by checks, and it uses the deposits for lending. These are the two main features. So basically C and F का pair हमें मिल जाता है. C and F का pair है. And then to be recognized as bank, the institution must use the deposits to give loans to the general public. अगर आपको बैंक की तरह recognize करवाना है अपने आप को, तो ये जो deposits आपको मिले हैं वो लोन की तरह देने पड़ेंगे जनरल पब्लिक को, तभी आपको बैंक कंसिडर किया जाएगा. तो CFD का पेयर बनता है. CFD का एक तिगड़ी बनती है और AEB की तिगड़ी बनती है, क्योंकि ये फंक्शंस हैं और यहाँ पर आगे कंटिन्यू होता है ना. So AEBCFD should be the correct sequence, and AEBCFD here is the right sequence. Is this clear to all of you? Okay, I hope इस पैराजम्बल का सीक्वेंस समझ में आ गया. पूरा गलत, हाँ, शुरुआत का फर्स्ट सेंटेंस सही निकला, बाकी सारे गलत हो गए. बट पैराजम्बल इज अ क्वेश्चन विच it's a bit challenging and it requires a lot of practice, and sometimes you go wrong. It's totally fine, like even if you make mistakes, it's fine as long as you're learning from the mistakes. All right, let's go to error spotting now. Grammar based error spotting. Now this is a very simple one. The hawkers have been carrying out their business on the main pavement since 3 years. नहीं, यहाँ पर आएगा for the last 3 years और for 3 years. The last लिखने की भी जरूरत नहीं है, because 3 years is a duration. It is a period of time, and whenever we talk about duration, we say for 3 years, for 4 years. If you want to write since, then you can say since 2001 or 2021 in this case, because we are now in 2024, right? So 3 साल पहले क्या था? 2021 था. So since 2021 or for 3 years. Is it clear? Yes. So the right answer here is option number 3. C will be the correct answer. Next. The question is so complicated that it could not be solved immediately. Why B, शीतल? So complicated that, सही तो है ना? So के बाद अगर adjective है, complicated यहाँ पर adjective का काम कर रहा है क्योंकि question के बारे में बात कर रहा है, तो आगे that भी तो है. तो problem B में नहीं है. B actually is error free. Sequence of tenses देखिए, the question is so complicated, is लिखा है present tense में, तो it could not be solved के जगह it cannot be solved. It cannot be solved immediately, ये आएगा नहीं. So के बाद to नहीं. या तो आप is को was में भी कन्वर्ट कर सकते थे, है ना? द क्वेश्चन was so complicated that it could not be solved immediately, या फिर द क्वेश्चन is so complicated that it cannot be solved immediately. Any one of these structures would have been correct. Now which one to change? is का was करेंगे या could का can करेंगे? तो लेफ्ट टू राइट वाला फंडा अप्लाई करते हैं. When we read the sentence from left to right, if the first thing that is given is grammatically correct, then we consider it to be correct and then we change the second one. is गलत नहीं होता, is सही होता है. तो अगर is सही है तो is के अकॉर्डिंग बाद वाले को चेंज करेंगे एंड could के जगह can आएगा. तो ये चेंज करेंगे यहाँ पर, and that is why C answer will be the correct answer again. Not A, not B, but C. Clear? I hope this is clear. Next question on your screens. Now this has multiple sentences with multiple possibilities. You have to find out which of them is incorrect. Less profitable business operations will have difficulty in finding financial support. सही लग रहा है? है ना, less profitable business operations will have difficulty in finding financial support. This is fine. Okay. Did you get any sense of how they might react? क्या तुम्हें कोई सेंस मिला कि वो कैसे रिएक्ट करेंगे? डिड यू गेट एनी सेंस ऑफ हाउ दे माइट रिएक्ट? नाउ डिड भी V2 में है, माइट भी V2 में है, सो ये भी सही लग रहा है ना? इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू डिस्टिंग्विश, नहीं ईडी नहीं चलेगा, इट इज इंपॉर्टेंट टू डिस्टिंग्विश between business and pleasure. So only C here will be the right answer. Only C. So option number 3 can be our correct answer. Fine? Yes. Next, अगला सवाल, same pattern. Venus is more nearer to Earth, more and nearer together cannot be written. Superfluous बन जाएगा. So A has to be the part of your answer. Is it A, B, A, C or only A? Okay. Then the British fixation with the weather seems to link readily with a pessimistic view of Britain's vulnerability to flooding. And in one of the most widely scrutinized CEO successions plural form में आएगा, because one of the के बाद आने वाला जो main noun होता है वो plural noun होता है ना? Widely scrutinized, this is adjective and adverb written together, so this is just extra information. One of the most हटा देंगे, है ना? CEO successions, this is the main noun, compound noun written together, and this noun has to be in the plural form. So there is error in part C as well. So A and C will be our correct answer. A and C, that is option number 3 will be the right answer. ठीक है? Yes. Next. Okay, I will have been working in this organization for 11 years next year. अगले साल इस organization में मैं 11 साल काम कर चुका हूँगा, है ना? So I will have been working in this organization for 11 years next year. सही लग रहा है ना? मेंस के लिए कुछ कीजिए. आरआरबी मेंस के लिए करेंगे जल्द ही, हमारे प्लान्स हैं. रिकॉर्डेड सेशंस आपके लिए अवेलेबल किए जाएंगे, मोस्ट प्रोबेबली इन द नाइट टाइम, इन द इवनिंग. Okay. Meanwhile, the gallant Jose has agreed to escort her sister and the major's wife, the bulk whose goods and chattels, including the famous bird of paradise and the turban, was with the regimental baggage. The manager wanted to know whether the problem was rectified. Now इसमें एरर क्या है? इसमें कौन से पार्ट्स में? बी एंड सी में एरर है. सी में क्या है? वेदर के जगह इफ आएगा, बिकॉज वेदर अगर लगा दिया तो वेदर के साथ और नॉट लगता है. whether the problem was rectified or not, ऐसा होना चाहिए एंड में, तब वेदर आप लिख सकते हैं. और अगर और नॉट नहीं है तो इफ लगाना पड़ेगा, है ना? तो ये बहुत बड़ा डेफिनेट एरर है. एंड मीनवाइल द गैलेंट जोस had agreed to escort her sister and the major's wife, the bulk whose goods and chattels, including the famous bird of paradise and the turban, was with the bird bulk मतलब क्या है? बड़ा सा सामान, the big part of something. The bulk whose goods and chattels नहीं, the bulk of goods and chattel बोल सकते, या in which the goods and chattels were there including the famous bird. तो whose गलत है यहाँ पर, whose के वजह से बी आंसर गलत हो जाता है, राइट? यस। चलिए एक लास्ट क्वेश्चन हम देखते हैं, आखिरी 5 क्वेश्चन है हमारे क्लोज टेस्ट के। इसमें पहले फिलर में क्या होगा आंसर बताइए। Just close my video profile so that you can read the questions correctly. Japan is not often associated with having a rich sports dash by other countries around the world. Rich what? Culture? Yes. Complex नहीं, building नहीं, pavement नहीं, test नहीं, स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर या स्पोर्टिंग कल्चर बोल सकते हैं ना, खेलने का कल्चर। तो कल्चर यहां पर बड़ा ही सिंपल एंड ऑब्वियस आंसर है। सेकंड फिल इन द ब्लैंक। This is probably due to many other dash of the country that outweigh this culture. सेकेंड फिलर में क्या होगा? दिस इज प्रोबेबली ड्यू टू मेनी अदर डैश ऑफ द कंट्री, मेनी अदर व्हाट परसेप्शंस ऑफ द कंट्री। जापान के बारे में बहुत सारे और परसेप्शंस है ना, परसेप्शंस मींस लोगों के मन में ऐसे आइडियाज। मेनी अदर है ना, मेनी के साथ प्लूरल नाउन लगता है, मेनी के साथ प्लूरल नाउन आएगा। इग्नोरेंस इज सिंगुलर, एम्फोसिस सिंगुलर, सेटिस्फैक्शन सिंगुलर, कंपैरिजन सिंगुलर, परसेप्शंस एस लगा के, इट इज द ओनली नाउन विच इज plural in nature. So perceptions will be the right answer. Next, third fill in the blank. So many other perceptions of the country that outweigh the culture or this culture, and possibly rightfully so, whether that be technological dash, technological development है ना, अपब्रिंगिंग नहीं, रिलेशन नहीं, अपीयरेंस नहीं, मेंटेनेंस नहीं। बिकॉज जापान का एक परसेप्शन ये है कि जापान में टेक्नोलॉजिकल डेवलपमेंट बहुत हुआ है, अ यूनिक हिस्ट्री डेटिंग बैक थाउजेंड्स ऑफ ईयर्स, है ना, एक यूनिक हिस्ट्री भी है जापान की जिसके बारे में परसेप्शन बनता है। और इवन वीडियो गेम्स एंड एनिमे, इट्स स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर इज ऑफन एंड आफ्टर थॉट। उसका जो स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर है जापान का, ये बहुत बार एक आफ्टर थॉट होता है। दैट बीइंग सेड, जापान विदाउट अ डाउट हैज एन एफिनिटी फॉर एथलेटिक्स दैट राइवल्स एनी अदर कंट्री। जापान में भी एथलेटिक्स का, स्पोर्ट्स का कल्चर है ना। वॉकिंग अराउंड इन जापान यू कैन ऑफन स्पॉट द यूबिक्विटस स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर। ये सभी जगह दिखने वाला, यूबिक्विटस मीन्स समथिंग विच कैन बी सीन एवरीवेयर, ये दिखाई देता है। Whether that be the baseball bars that can be found wandering around, or that soccer team that you get stuck with on the same train car in the afternoon, तो आपको जब आप जापान में घूमते हैं तो आपको ये बेसबॉल बार्स दिखाई देते हैं, या अगर आप ट्रेन में जा रहे हैं तो कोई सॉकर की टीम दिखती है आपको, है ना। यू कैन सी स्टूडेंट्स ऑफन कैरिंग केंडो एंड क्योडो। ये दो क्या है? स्पोर्ट्स डैश कमिंग होम आफ्टर स्कूल। स्पोर्ट्स इक्विपमेंट है ये, स्पोर्ट्स एग्रीमेंट नहीं, रिप्लेसमेंट नहीं, डिपार्टमेंट नहीं, मेजरमेंट नहीं। स्पोर्ट इक्विपमेंट है जो बच्चे अपने साथ कैरी करते हैं जब वो स्कूल से वापस घर जा रहे हैं, है ना। लास्ट फिल इन द ब्लैंक में देखते हैं आगे क्या होगा फिफ्थ फिलर में। यस। सो आगे क्या लिखा है? इन ऑर्डर टू डैश द बेसिस फॉर द स्पोर्ट्स कल्चर इन जापान, इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड द बेसिस, इन ऑर्डर टू अंडरस्टैंड द बेसिस, इट वन मस्ट फर्स्ट लुक एट द रिलीजियस एंड हिस्टोरिकल डेवलपमेंट ऑफ द कंट्री, है ना। यस। चलिए, तो यहां पर करेक्ट आंसर ऑप्शन नंबर 2 इज द राइट आंसर. So that was our session for today. I hope you guys enjoyed the session. Those who came late, those who joined late, I would request you to watch this video later on in the recorded format. We have done some very, very interesting questions in the session. Join me on Telegram at the rate Kaustubh Sir underscore Testbook. And if you wish to join our paid batches, you can use my coupon code KAUSTUBH Kaustubh. This is my coupon code. Use this for maximum discount. ओके इसकी लिंक वीडियो के नीचे डिस्क्रिप्शन में है. आरबीआई ग्रेड बी 2025 लक्ष्य बैच, है ना. यू कैन ज्वाइन दिस बैच इफ यू आर प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर आरबीआई ग्रेड बी नेक्स्ट ईयर. यस, चलिए, तो आज के लिए इतना ही. दैट इज ऑल फॉर टुडे. मिलते हैं कल सुबह 10 बजे. नाउ वी आर एक्चुअली प्लानिंग टू चेंज दिस सेशन टू द हिंदू एडिटोरियल सेशन. इसके बारे में अभी डिस्कशन होगा. And I think the Hindu editorial session would greatly help everyone, because we will be covering vocabulary and sentence structures and everything that is related to the Hindu. So most probably we will be continuing with the Hindu session for regulatory bodies and other exams as well. So this is something which is in the talks, which is not yet finalized, but most probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow 10 a.m. We will not change the timings. We will have the same timing at 10 o'clock, but we will be doing the the Hindu editorial session most probably, right? Because we have been practicing these questions, and I think the Hindu editorial will greatly help everyone with vocabulary and with everything else, right? Chaliye. So let me know in the comment section your views, your opinions about the Hindu editorial session, and how will it help you in the preparation. All right, that's it for from today, from my side for today. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Have a good day.